Startup Podcast PH is co-produced by Sprout Solutions, Aperon, Tuala, Simf, and AimHigh. Check out our partners in the description. Welcome sa Startup Podcast PH series ng Startup Podcast PH where we re-invite our guests to talk about their business strategies and how they became revenue generating and profitable. Andito tayo ngayon sa office ng Racia in Quezon City. Of course, we have Racia, Find the Athlete in You, and its founder, Tin Ferreira. Hello, Tin. Kamusta?
Hello, good afternoon, and good day to all our listeners, no, whatever time you're gonna be watching this. So thanks for coming over and visiting our small office.
And syempre, salamat din, first of all, salamat for being one of the very first interviews ng Startup Podcast back in 2022. You are if I remember correctly, parang pang 15th ever. So medyo nangangapa pa tayo na, no? Ngayon
Oo.
medyo live na tayo nagpa-podcast. I mean, in
Na-pressure
person
ako.
tayo nagpa-podcast.
Super, ano la.
And now, so I think na ako, around 200 plus na yung mga na-interview ko.
Wow,
And
congratulations.
salamat. And nag-interview nga ako to know, of course, yung parang progress. And request din to naman nakikinig na parang they want to know more, they want to learn more kung paano ba maneuver ng mga startups yung business model nila para maging profitable, basically. So, yun yung para maging discussion natin.
Okay,
now.
nakaka-pressure yung word na profitable. Baka isipin nila we're profitable.
I mean,
we're doing well. We're doing
it's
good.
enough. It's more than enough. That's actually more than enough. Kasi alam naman natin sa startups, sa startup world, mahirap actually maging revenue generating or mahirap mag-break even actually. Diba? So, as long as you're sustaining, as long as you're alive, actually, that's a very good progress na rin. Pero, refresh muna natin ang ating mga listeners. So, Tin, ano nga ba ulit ang Racia?
Okay, so Racia, we're a digital platform for sports, and our mission is to help everyone find the athlete in them.
Ayun. Actually, ang medyo simple pakinggan, no? Pero madami kayong ginagawa. So, digital platform for sports. And correct me if I'm wrong, dati ang name ni Racia ay Raciaya.
Raciaya. Oo. I think I mentioned that during the last episode.
So, ayun, no, later, I'll ask din about that kung bakit nga ba kayo nag-change ng name? May kinalaman ba ito more than the branding sa parang service or parang the thing that you actually do, Pero updates muna tayo, mula noong 2022. So, ano nga bang nangyari sa Racia mula noon?
I think, ano nangyari, it's really we've stick to our goal, to what we are, who we want to be, and of course along the way evolve to what the users need, to what the ecosystem is looking for. And of course nandun yung growth component attached to it. I think we measure in terms yung word na profitable. I think we measure it for the platform, since we're a platform for sports, and we believe that sports aids in preventive health, in health and fitness. Health and so it's some people kasi parang they think of sports as just about competition, as just about winning, about getting into the Olympics or finishing a race, a marathon. So yon. I think in terms of being profitable, we've become profitable in terms of the number of lives changed, number of sweat that was enabled through the platform, number of movements that we have aided, and likewise not just the individual, because we're a one-stop platform. What a one-stop platform, meaning we are able to help individuals by also aiding the stakeholders in the ecosystem, organizers, brands, event organizers, digitizing them, which makes them accessible, which makes them available for everyone.
Actually, yun muna, no? I want to clarify lang din sa mga nakikinig that when we mean profitable kasi, when we say profitable, I mean, uso kasi sa startups ang unicorns, 'di ba? Pero for me, you don't have to be a unicorn to be a successful startup. For me, all you have to do is to create the value that you desire. Kumbaga, create value aligned to your vision and mission and sustainably support your operations. That's profitable. Kasi
Mm.
you do the value, you naba, meron ka papasok na pera para i-sustain yung operations and then you can pwede masweldohan yung mga teammates mo, yung mga empleyado. That's actually the profitability that we
The
need.
employment that's
And
created.
the jobs, the employment
Yes.
that
Mm.
created. And I also liked what you said, ano, na very simple lang when I asked you for the progress, ano, you just said na ito yung mission nyo or yung vision nyo, and then andun pa rin kayo nakadirect, and then along the way, you parang solve the challenges ng mga players or stakeholders na
Mm.
andun. I mean, it's very simple, but that's actually the truth that we need to hear, and that's what we need
Mm.
for our companies, for the Filipino companies. Pero ayun muna, no, so you said na so you're a digital platform for sports, pero to expound on that, ang mission nyo is parang to enable nga or to make sports accessible sa mga tao for everyone's own wellness, ano. So
Mm.
yun ba ang vision? Ano ba yung parang direction talaga ni Racia?
I think the direction of it is still anchored on that, helping everyone find the athlete in them. So, meaning, if you're on your couch, uh, after work watching Netflix, which I do also, it's not
Ako din
bad.
naman, ako din.
Um, uh, we want to be that platform that they could go to and
Hmm,
find things that they want to do,
hmm,
whether they want to look for a yoga class, they want
hmm,
to run their first 5K, or they just want to find inspiration through stories from different individuals. So um
hmm,
that's the mission, that's the vision, or it could be um those athletes who want to eventually be in the Olympics. Like we enable, we partner, we work and partner with National Sports Association. So one of them is Triathlon Philippines. We've been
hmm,
partners for years. So we help digitize their activities, their events. Also, the Philippine Trail Running Association. So both these sports association have been doing well in having athletes represent their country, get gold, get win, and along the way, it making the sports accessible to everyone. Through our partnership, allows them to be able to reach for potential athletes. So those who can probably be winning the Olympics in 4 years or 8 years from now. So we hope so. So we're cheering for them, and that's the impact of digitization that we want.
mm. Ayun, lalo na ngayon 'no, na parang may running era daw ng mga Pilipino ngayon 'no,
Exactly.
especially
Oo.
after nung pandemic parang nakakawala na yung mga tao sa mga bahay. So, kailangan ibalik ang alindog or ang fitness, ano. So, actually I think lumaki ngayon ang dumami ngayon ang mga tao na into running, or not just running but like, fitness din in general, ano. But I also like what you said na really from the most basic na from couch to let's say 1K pa nga, eh, or from couch to 5K. And then even yung mga experts na to further enhance them pa. Kasi of course mahalaga yung parang may community, may network, pero iba when you bring in the tech and digitalization, mas nagiging accessible ang running and sports sa mas maraming tao. So yun ang puntahan natin 'no, kung paano niyo exactly ginagawa yung digital platform, and I guess the best way to tell that story is balikan natin yung pinakasimula ni Race, yeah, which is nung si Race Yaya pa siya. So balikan lang natin, ano, wala kay Race Yaya, paano siya naging Racea, and paano siya naging yung digital platform now.
Mm. So Rish Yaya way back, nakalimutan ko na talaga. So way back, 7 years ago to be exact, no. So
Hmm,
we were so Well, so as a background, I'm a certified public accountant.
hmm,
I have a, I'm a CPA. So financial background ko, and but I got into sports, and so basically I ran my first 5K back
And
when the
mm.
internet was just starting, vlog pa noon. Vlog pa yung uso noon. So you basically Google search. Wala pang masyadong makita.
Ah,
So ang uso noon is this group chat, etc. No.
dun na nagkakayayaan
So
ng mga
even Facebook was
yes.
nag-age reveal na ako, was just starting way back. So yon, and then later on, like 7 years ago, like of course we've had the chance to go around, join races outside the Philippines, and we kind of feel that we're behind in terms of technology, in terms of so everything was like, oh, deposit here and then send it to you email. So we were volunteering for different event organizer, and we thought, okay, let's find a solution to this. The race organizers in the Philippines is not able to afford the technology available
For organizing the running
for organizing, for
mm.
digitizing their event, getting registration,
Ah,
putting up a website, and then tracking, no, yung results. Kasi for those who are not into running, usually end-to-end yan, you need to measure kung anong oras nag-start and
yes.
then anong oras nag-finish, and that's your finish time.
Mm.
So pen and pencil dati, minsan blackboard pa, susulat sa papel, ganon.
Oh,
So not all. There are, of course, no, branded events that are in the Philippines already back then that can afford it, or is kumbaga kasama na sa ano nila. But so that's how we started. Okay, gawa tayo ng solution for this organizer, and then we'll be the assistant to these races.
mm.
So kind of goes to, okay, assistant, play with words, and then yeah.
Place
So
Yaya.
so yon. So everyone was back then
Mm.
was calling me, oh, Yaya T, yung ganyan. So basically, di ba, parang I'm sure for those most of us is familiar or have experience having a nanny, and they're your reliable assistant, 'di ba,
Hmm,
at home, uh like everything that has to be covered and has to be done because you want to focus on something else,
yeah.
something more important. So like for event organizer, you need to focus on
On the event mismo.
on the technical aspect of
Logistics,
the
yeah,
race,
technical
making
aspect.
the racers happy rather than nagbayad na ba 'to or ganyan,
Ah,
or sino yung first, sino yung second, so validating those things. So that's that's what ratio was. That's how we started. And then later on, so it's practically like a passion project. Like, let's help this friend organizer and this one and this one. And then it got traction. So later on, I think our third client was an organized event organizer in Malaysia.
oh.
So like in 3 months, 4 months,
Oo.
we're flying out, and we have partners in Malaysia and Indonesia, and that's how it started. That's how it was
Mm.
established.
So, ayun pala si Race Yaya ano, hindi lang Yaya parang digital Yaya ito, eh, 'no,
Yes,
parang
yes, oo.
digit kumbaga first from the traditional ways na baka inefficient or mabagal, ngayon yung digital mas madali na mag-register,
Yes, oo.
maybe magbayad din or mag-register online nga and makikita na nga din yung results online. So, basically napunta sa online world na yung, you can say administrative staff on joining a race or basta
Yes.
yung all everything there is to a running event. And then as far as I remember, nag-explore din kayo ng mga iba pang programs or services ano, now that Race Yaya na talaga ano. So, after nung Race Yaya, what other kumbaga services or stuff yung ginawa niyo? And I guess aligned pa rin naman yun sa mission ninyo to to make everyone find the athlete in them.
Mm. So, basically when we were starting, we're operating it na parang, so more of a passion project, brick and mortar, like, okay, this is project one, project two. It should be self-sustaining, each client, each account, and then of course may mga marketing side, no,
Ah.
some projects we accepted because we want to help an event organizer, or we want this race to be known or to be bigger,
Mm.
like some of our friends back then. So ganon, that's how it was starting with at that time. And then a community was built. So a community was built along the way. And so that's how, so from being a tech solutions, it became a
Hmm.
community was born.
Hmm.
And then ironically, it was during the pandemic.
Hmm.
So during the pandemic, we were so we were booked, basically, no. So like everyone's excited. The team have their own country to travel to, etc., or an island to visit in the Philippines. So, or whether digitally or ano, no, physically, kasi may mga on ground services pa. Kumaga, focus siya sa on ground and digital services, no. And then pandemic happened. So ironic, and then the community is there. And then we realize, okay, so dun yung ano, okay, we have this platform. So how do we use this? How do we maximize it? So that's when we pivoted. And that's when we joined Kubo. And
Yeah.
that's when actually that's when I was introduced to the word
To the
startup.
startup.
Okay. So ganun pala yung ginagawa natin. Of course, alam ko, as a finance, startup is really
Mm.
more about
Mm.
capital, profit,
Hmm.
ganyan. So ganun. But the concept of being a tech startup
Hmm.
um was introduced to me during the pandemic. And so it was through the program, yung incubation
Hmm.
of Kubo. So yan, so
Hmm.
sina Kat, sina
Shout out.
Carlos at that
Hmm.
time. Yun.
Actually, for me, and in my, you could say, research na to ng mga startups, actually, ang definition ko for a startup, you not necessarily have to be capital intensive or capital raising. It really depends, eh. Pero for me, ang startup is as long as there's a problem or a gap in the value chain that you want to solve, and as a startup, ikaw or kayo yung nagde-develop ng business model in order to sustainably fill in that gap.
Mm-mm.
So I guess para for example dito sa value chain ng sports, for yung mga tao na lost or gusto magsimula or gusto pa mag-enhance, um, kailangan ng more efficient way to do that, to be into sports. So pasok ang digitalization, yun yung yun yung solution niyo dun sa problem. And now you're developing the business model
Yeah.
to sustainably fill in that gap. And for me, as long as you're solving that problem, kung hindi naman gano'n kakailangan ng more capital, you're a profitable startup
Yeah.
na ano. And then ayun 'no, ang ganda rin nung what you said na about, um, nag-start as a tech solution and nagkaroon ng community. Kasi yun din yung parang stages of a startup na nakikita ko, eh. First, puwedeng wala pang demand and then you create a product to create a demand. And the next stage, may demand pero wala pang product, ifi-fit mo ng maayos yung product.
Yeah.
And then third stage, may demand na and alam na ng mga tao. So parang may community na or marami ng talagang may demand and nagkakausap-usap na sila. So puwede rin pumasok si startup mismo to fill in that demand and to solve yung mga challenges pa ng mga tao dun sa community na yun. So I guess that's also what happened dun na parang
Yeah.
now marami na kayong tao around. Meron pa mga specific challenges na kailangan pang ma-fix. So, ano naman yung mga yun ano, and, um, why exactly or how exactly did you pivot mula kay Ray Siaya, mula sa, simple digitalization nung ano?
Mm-mm. So at that time, so there is andyan yung community, no, and we can't meet up, right? So the events are canceled. So that's when that's when we explored ano yung business model where we can service and we can grow the platform, um still stick to that, and that's when we pivoted. So to from Racia, yeah, to Racia. So of course there's a branding aspect of it, parang so it's hard, 'di ba? Parang into ka ba bago ko na explain ano ba yung Racia, yeah. So since we're being used by events organizers outside the country, it would be hard to always like stick to that
Mm,
story, right? So um and then that's not the only thing that we're doing. We're making everyone it's like, come on, let's Risha. So I'll Risha. So something like that. So it's really that expression to
mm,
uh you focused on the end user.
mm,
So yeah. So dun na uh, that's when the mission was born. Okay, so what do we want to do?
hmm,
Okay, let's help everyone find the athlete in them. Like
hmm,
it's a pandemic, so isang ano niyan parang like we've been doing Ratio uh quite a while at the time, years actually, but even my immediate family is not in the platform. They don't have an account. So
hmm,
during the pandemic, uh so we let the platform evolve to allow virtual competition. Like
mm,
anyone and
mm,
everyone can use it. So like you're sleeping in the following day, you have a new organizer on board, and so like that. So in that way, and then you have racers already joining the platform running, and you just see them the following morning. So
hmm,
yeah, so yon. So kahit yung sister ko was able to do her first 5K during the pandemic because
hmm,
she wanted to she want there's syempre nung time na yon madaming mga fundraising ganyan. So there's this parang run 5K to help build a bridge in Montalban, Rizal. So sabi ko parang hindi lang yan donation. You need to
hmm,
run it.
hmm,
So yun. So that motivation. So iba-ibang motivation, iba-ibang different motivation to do it. Different places where they're doing it, but one platform.
hmm. Actually, first of all 'no, nung parang nag-shift yung focus from just event organizers na tutulungan as Race Yaya, ngayon dun na talaga sa mga bawat end user, bawat tao na pupuwede ngang maging athlete or yung mga athletes mismo ano.
So
For
parang na-democratize.
hmm,
Like you don't need to be um you don't need to be a big sports association for you to
mm,
organize your own challenge.
hmm. So
So parang ganon. So
anyone can
anyone and
basically
everyone. So like tayo, mamaya gawa ako ng challenge. Madamihan
gets.
yung ganon. So we basically democratize it.
So parang ano siya 'no, I mean magkakaibigan lang kayo, tara race siya, yun nga.
Yes, yes.
I'll race siya.
And
Oh,
of course different levels, different ano. So that's how it's built, and then
ah. Okay. So I'm super amazed na no, when you said the word democratize kasi dati nga, traditionally parang nakasanayan natin na pupuwede lang mag-hold ng race yung organizer mismo, yung organization na mismo. Now actually tama nga naman sinabi mo, hindi mo naman kailangan ng mga bonggang, mga malalaking banner or malalaking mga I mean, of course siguro may helpful 'no, kung may mga water station ganyan, pero even you, a simple person, can organize a race para ma-motivate ikaw at yung mga kaibigan mo mag-run ng race ano.
but of course, ano just to
Hmm,
get ano, siyempre 'pag nag-organize ka na may physical,
hmm.
may mga permits
Yes,
required, iba
yes, yes,
'yon.
yes, of course.
Meaning,
Like if magkaka-village lang kayo 'di ba?
yeah, o kaya challenge o for example, well, some of the companies we've hosted, like Step Challenge, they challenge,
Mm.
they challenge the members of the organization,
Yeah, yes,
yeah,
uso yung mga ganyan sa mga
and
kumpanya na paramihan ng steps or palayuan ng distance for,
from different countries, ganon. So
hmm.
iba-iba. So mga ganon na
Oh,
challenge.
so speaking of that, on the business parang aspect naman no, nung dati kasi parang basically ang customer niyo yung organization na nagho-hold nung event. So ngayon papaano naman yung parang business aspect niyan or parang ano yung naging on the business side?
I think not much has changed on
Hmm,
the business side. Of course, magkakaroon ka ng mga tier 1, tier 2, like if so depende kung ano yung needs mo sa platform. So of course
Ah,
pagka mag-accept ka na ng ah 2,000, 3,000 racers,
yes,
iba
oo.
na, may validation na 'yan, may ganyan. Pero
Ah,
if it's like kung tayo papadamihan lang tayong dalawa ng
mm,
steps,
mm.
it's very
Mm,
basic. So
mm.
we've set up the business model in such a way that it is able to identify and detect that.
Oh,
Oo.
okay. I'm actually amazed, kasi from yun nga, parang dati medyo barrier somehow, na first of all, walang digital platform pa dati. Then dumating yung si Ray Siaya, may digital platform, mas madali for organizers. Pero ngayon, mas madali na rin maging organizer because of this platform talaga na everyone can organize. And especially, ang value nito nakikita ko, yung mga companies na parang merong mga wellness programs na
Yes,
paramihan
oo.
ng steps, yun nga,
Corporate
or
wellness.
corporate wellness, yes. So, need to go into that path na,
Yes, yes, oo.
oh,
So that's what we were busy doing during the
mm,
time na walang face-to-face
mm.
events during the pandemic. And then later on, I think the challenge after naman nun nag-open up
Yes,
na, will people still do it?
yes,
And we were
exactly.
surprised. It's still
Mm.
there. There's still a need. There's
Ang
and so
galing.
na-build na yung habit.
Mm.
Like the face-to-face on-ground events, everything has opened up. It's growing, and which is good. But it's still there. The digitization aspect is still there.
Mm.
Like even for example, even yung mga face-to-face events, participants would still want their digital certificate, their
Yes,
digital
oo.
badge. So it's not like yung medal lang. So and ano siya, parang it uh I think we're still there in that mission na natulungan both sides kasi
Mm.
it helps also the organizers kasi for example, you have more opportunities to sell sponsorship slots. So yung
Hmm.
sponsorship opportunity mo hindi lang sa on ground, lagyan ng tarp, one
Oo,
day lang yung exposure, 'di
sa
ba?
platform
Parang
ay sa
I can forever have my digital badge, and then people share
yes.
it in social media. People
Hmm.
that and we know for a fact that it has more higher number of reach
Mm.
now.
Mm.
So it doesn't end on the event itself. Yun.
Actually galing, super interesting. I-recap lang natin 'no, nung una nga organizer mismo basically, and then somehow so that's you could say B2B or business to business, eh. And then somehow naging B2C kasi ang target niyo is yung mga end users. Pero, and by the way by B2C we mean business to customer. Pero in what I see din with other startups na nag-B2C, mas madali pa rin if you kumbaga deal with an organization na andun na yung mga possible customers, which is in this case parang yun nga mga company or mga organizations na gusto ng parang wellness program ano. Hmm.
So that's how kumbaga parang it's a flywheel concept. Like
Mm.
we support the ecosystem, we digitize
Hmm.
them, and then um these people gets introduced to the sports, or pwedeng nag-sports na sila, they get introduced to the platform, so they end up like looking for more,
Hmm.
which helps the
Hmm.
other event organizer in the platform. So parang
Hmm.
kumbaga there's an in-app marketing in a
Hmm.
way.
Hmm.
But of course, no, subject to, like, you don't like push it to. So
Yes,
it's
yes, yes, yes,
everything is kumbaga at their
Hmm.
own will. Kung gusto
Hmm.
nilang i-visit yung site, but so we're helping. It's really about helping the whole
Yes.
ecosystem.
Kung dati yaya kayo nung event organizer, ngayon yaya na kayo nung buong ecosystem.
Yeah, kumbaga parang I would say enabler. Kaya rich siya.
Enabler, yes, oo.
Parang let's go, parang gano'n.
But speaking about the platform so ano ba yung mga iba pang puwedeng gawin sa platform? How do you how else do you enable the athletes in everyone? Ano ba bang pwedeng magawa or ma-take advantage of ng mga tao dun sa platform?
Actually, madami pa kaming wishlist. Of course, it's quite limited kasi I think we were talking about it kanina. Of course, we bootstrap. So basically, we make sure that we're able to sustain the people we in our employ, those people working with us, and evolve, at the same time answer the needs of yung sa operations, and then put back, kumaga, put the funds back into development. So yon, so we're confined with that, pero ang dami. In fact, of course, it's not something I'm an expert. I was just watching Ragde, so kaya sabi ko nakinig ako kay Ragde talaga eh. Yung kasama ko si Ragde kasi sa
Sa
isang
Kubo.
program sa Kubo. We were together in a
Oo.
program, yung global
Mm.
So yon. So yon, AI is here,
Yeah.
and there's so many things that we can slowly we're um technology wise, we're
Mm.
not we haven't adopted. It's something that we intend to explore. It's in the pipeline,
Mm.
with the right fund and the right plan,
Mm.
and of course, we hope to be able to put it in the pipeline, onboard technical experts in the team to assist in that planning to implementation. But it's I think everything's going that path, and sports, the industry would definitely help with that.
Mm. Actually, in what I hear din with other listeners ng podcast, no, lalo ng mga founders, really, minsan kumukuha sila ng mga idea. I mean, that's free naman and that's okay naman. Parang sharing of idea din talaga ang podcast din. Na even if different industry, like yung sa Ragde nga with Chat Genie, it's actually AI on parang customer service or customer engagement eh. So parang medyo marketing din siya in e-commerce. I mean, not too far naman of course kasi, I mean, it's kind of far sa sports enabling. Pero some ideas is actually kumbaga, you could pass along industries, And also, okay din yung what you said with na parang you're as a startup, so you have your operations and then you use that para sweldohan yung mga empleyado and then yung profit, kaya din kasi hindi profitable yung ibang startup kasi yung profit for development. But that's actually profit na, no? Kasi at least meron kayong pera to somehow expand and to build on, So, that's actually profit as long as you, kumbaga, sagot mo lang na expenses, okay yung operations on a normal day, and then meron kayong funds na nakukuha pa to develop. That's actually the basic definition of profitability.
And then beyond prioritization, like
Yeah.
ano yung which project would increase would increase your profit, would give you another revenue stream, or would dalawa lang naman yan, being a finance person, dalawa lang yan. You prioritize on what will increase your revenue stream or what will cut down your costs. So ganun.
Ayan, papunta tayo dyan actually, pero lagi ko narinig yun, yung parang prioritization na yung mga startup founders now na na-interview ko, nahihirapan daw sila kasi ang dami nilang gustong gawin. Ang dami nilang ideas, pero they really need to prioritize. Ano ba yun nga, either will bring in more revenue generation or will bring in more revenue or which will cut down the expenses. You have to balance that parang in the short term then you still have to sustain your operations, and in the long term you want to experiment on some things then And by the way, so ang model right now ni Racia is really yung parang the platform wherein kumbaga a user can make his or her or their own virtual or pwedeng hindi virtual challenge. Tama. Ayun.
Is payroll processing taking too much of your time? Introducing Sprout Payroll Starter. For as low as 5,000 pesos per month, you get a team of experts to help you with your payroll and HR needs. We'll help compute and process payroll, handle all your government compliance requirements, and automate timekeeping. leave the payroll to us so you can focus on growing your business. Enjoy peace of mind with Sprout Payroll Starter. Trust the digital future with Twala. Secure and tamper-proof digital signature. Electronic notarization service. And custom AI agents for intelligent document workflows. Visit twala.io to learn more. In today's digital world, your organization needs more than just technology. It needs a strategic partner. At Symph, we build web and mobile apps that drive innovation for startups, enterprises, and organizations worldwide. Visit symph.co today.
So speaking about the naman, business strategies. So as what we said, as a finance person, you have a good background in this. There are things you could do to increase the revenues or to cut down expenses, to become lean. So sige, dun muna tayo sa increase revenues. Meron ba kayong mga naging strategies or parang decisions in order for the company to bring in more revenues?
I think one of the revenue growth that we've had is for us to be able to provide also not just a registration platform, but a platform where they can also source and find what they need for the race. So basically connecting the whole ecosystem. So they're looking for an event organizer. These are the event organizers that you can connect to. You're looking for vendors for shirts, medals. So those supplies, these are the supplies that we have to. And then so yeah, so that's one of the things that we launched recently. It's still in beta mode pa. So people can, like, if I'm a supplier, I can onboard myself and be found. Like I wanna sell if I wanna sell offer my service, like as simple as a race clock, as simple as uh, a code, yung mga ganon. So these are the usual needs. So these are things that so basically we were able to connect.
Oh, that's actually
So
super wise. Kasi dati nga, yung model nyo, i-diretso,
yeah.
kumbaga, if you say it straightforwardly na ang pinagkakitaan or ang revenue generating aspect nyo is yung sa organizer lang mismo. Now, parang na-enable din naman yung buong ecosystem eh. Parang somehow, pwedeng may convenience fee kasi mas nakikita sila, they can have more sales, and if that sales is happened or that marketing happened through Racia, so parang doon pwede pumasok yung revenue model.
Yes.
So by
So
by this stuff you mean yun nga yung mga, let's say, mga gamit na nasa race. Sige, isa-isa natin. Ano ba yung mga posibleng mga yun?
well, for one, of course, race timing clock, yung mga supplies like art, as simple
Yes,
as
yung mga
table,
ganyan.
chairs, race supplies, medals, shirts,
yes, dami nga.
freebies. So madami. So we're able to it's still in but so far okay naman yung feedback from our experience. And then happy din naman kasi I think ang hesitation lang din namin dyan yung guaranteeing the yung responsibility mo with regards to baka hindi mag-deliver tong vessel na to, yung ganon. So
Well, in what I see, para kayong, in short, B2B e-commerce platform. Kasi
yes.
parang business to business, yung mga ang tawag nila dito sa corporate world, the procurement part, 'di ba? Kasi if you're an organizer naman talaga, you need to procure a lot of stuff, ano. And madali nga ngayon kung makikita mo na dun sa platform mga possible suppliers, and siguro maganda kung parang may or baka meron parang mga rating kumbaga para
Yes,
yung
oo.
reliability ano.
Oo. So, kumbaga, yun naman ang pag when you're digitized, you put out yourself, you get to promote yourself, but also if you there's a chance na pag nag-fail ka din sa service, people can still reach you, people can
Yeah.
so doon din nagkakaroon ng challenge. That's
Mm. Yeah,
how
yeah.
you try to improve, di ba?
But I think that's part of commerce
That's part
talaga.
of business, di
Yes,
ba?
yes, oo.
And even sa athlete, I think that's the beauty of it then. Yung people like before, like years ago, hindi naman uso yung leaderboard eh. Like
Yes, true.
you just know that you finish,
Yeah.
then you finish ahead of her
Mm.
or him or
Mm.
ito yung time mo. But right now, parang it creates excitement. Parang,
Mm.
uy, nandun yung pangalan ko. Or
Mm.
sa age group ko, pag if I filter, I'm
Mm.
the top
Mm.
of the 60 and above
Mm.
category, or I'm the youngest. So
Mm.
ganon. So this there are people who gets motivated for
Mm.
with that. So etong mga simple rewards,
Mm.
digital rewards that they can see, that they can show to their friends, that they can keep in their profile,
Mm.
is motivating enough.
Yeah. That's true ano, nagulat nga ako, kasi parang norm na siya ngayon, eh. Sumali ulit ako ng half marathon last year na, kasi 2025 na. To be honest, naglakad lang ako. Kasi I mean, naglakad lang ako actually. And then normal na pala ngayon na ire-release nila publicly yung time mo, hindi ko alam, eh. So andun yung time ko na parang more than 4 hours na 21 Even there's nothing wrong then with that naman 'no. If you want to walk half marathon pero pasok pa rin naman sa cut-off, I mean, you could do that, you can do that ano. How about the ano pala, yung parang kasi meron tayong procurement ng B2B ano, meron din bang yung pagbili on the customer, like for example yung mga hydration bottle, or
Yeah.
mga
Oo.
belt bag, mga yung mga gels, ganyan. So, meron din sa inyong
Meron
platform?
din, oo. So they
Hmm.
a vendor can put their any brand or any service, like for example, coaches can also onboard themselves in the platform.
Oh.
Yun.
So, lahat talaga na
Mhm.
related basically sa
Yes,
sports, sa
yes.
running, sa
Oo.
ano. And by the way, this is running lang ba or what kind of running?
Not actually just running.
Mm.
So any well, mostly endurance sports yung because that's where
Yes.
we started, but we have tapped into the fitness segment also. So even those people who just go to the gym and do not really join events like swimming, biking, or running events, uh you can use the platform.
Mm.
Of course, we're exploring. This is, ito yung mga sinasabi ko medyo nadideprioritize. Before, we were already exploring, having talks with other sports, team sports, and others. We've onboarded in terms of the e-commerce platform, like items that they would need, like some of the products that these athletes would need in other sports. But in terms of digitizing team sports, eto yung nade-prioritize.
Yeah. I mean,
Because of ano, but it's we still plan to get there because there is a demand. There is
tsaka but that's good na you focus on a specific niche first that you can validate and you can ensure na magiging sustainable ang operations and it's revenue generating. So,
yes.
you focus muna and then if mas maluwag-luwag na, may funds na nga for yung further development, you
Yeah.
move on to other
Nagtatampo yung mga ibang sports. So particularly habi nila basketball, kailan kayo magkaka basketball, or like I have friends na parang parang I've been looking for a place to play tennis, ganyan, or yung mga tennis meets, so
Hmm,
ganyan. But we'll get there.
hmm.
Hopefully sa next interview mo, we're
Sige,
like
sige.
XX number of sports,
Oo.
so can I count with my fingers na ganyan.
Tsaka ang gusto ko sabihin dito kasi in running, well meron din naman sa basketball, let's say mga other sports, pero let's say in running, the only time that you actually see, lalo na kung beginner runner ka, that you see all this running equipment is 'pag pumunta ka sa mismong tindahan, a physical store, or minsan sa mga mismong physical race, sa mga event, dun mo sila magtitipon-tipon. Pero walang easy way to actually see everything, eh. So dun pala papasok talaga yung online platform ano, na even if nasa couch ka lang muna, 'di ba? You're really
Yeah,
starting, eh.
yeah,
Makikita mo na lahat ng mga possible and you already see the ecosystem, right?
yeah.
Hmm. And, so nangyari 'no, yung platform niyo meron talaga all in talaga, businesses, suppliers, coaches, and for the end users, 'di ba?
Yes,
So,
yes.
pero focus kayo sa running. I mean sa endurance sports, endurance sports,
Endurance sports mostly. So
hmm,
triathlon, duathlon, swimming,
mm.
biking, running,
Ah,
obstacle
so may mga
sports.
bike din ganyan?
Yes, yes. Oh, madaming
Oh.
bike. Oo. Oo,
Oh.
nag-ano, bago mag-boom yung running era, biking
Sayang
era.
actually, oo. Oh, so one-stop shop nga talaga siya and
Oo,
this is
oo.
basically parang the model is convenience fee. You could say that to those suppliers and businesses that are onboarded in the
Yes.
platform.
Oo.
So aggregator din talaga ng buong ecosystem. That's actually
Oo.
super, super
We hope to
wow.
provide more tools kasi
Mm,
we see the need for organizers.
mm,
But it's all in the ano pa,
mm. Yeah,
nasa
yeah, yeah.
drawing board pa.
As a startup, it will come
Oo.
naman.
Kasi it's good that ano din, that I think one of the secrets is we feel those people na so even if some of them digitally lang na on board ganyan, we we always make sure that we get to know,
Hmm,
we talk to them,
personal relationships din. I
we
mean,
figure out kung ano pa yung kailangan. And that's
hmm,
when we're able to mutually help each
mm.
other.
Yaya talaga ng buong ecosystem. Wandang 'no?
Yaya pa din kahit
Hindi,
nag-rebrand na.
gaya I mean, it's a good thing, kasi I mean, you have the people itself, the service itself at the heart, eh. I mean, I guess yun naman that's what we want in our yayas, eh. I mean, sorry, going back sa yaya, parang it's a good thing, eh, kasi nauuna ang serbisyo kaysa sa kita, 'di ba? So, that's actually wonderful. On the ano naman, expenses side naman, para on being lean din, meron ba kayong mga ginawa na para makatipid or para to cut down on expenses? Maybe you can share it, kumbaga a few things lang na ano.
At siguro ano, we make sure that we're covered with regards to the core activities of um of of the business. So uh of course the tech side,
Mm,
that's the core of the business. Those who do customer service, who does the operations, so sila yung mga core team.
so dun naman sa branding kumbaga ni Racia now and yung branding kumbaga to market to the end users, yung mismong mga tumatakbo, nagba-bike, endurance sports athletes, and sa side din ng mga suppliers ano, so parang how do you
Mm.
get them or how do you onboard them? So siguro dun muna tayo sa end users. So how do you increase the reach of Racia to get more people into the ecosystem din and into the platform?
I think ano lang, dalawa lang, the two things lang, no. One is three things pala. One is you you have to be searchable. Like they have to be able to find you. So I think that's key. And
Hmm,
once they find you, the onboarding should be smooth.
hmm,
And then second siguro is we started by really looking for them, and we still do
hmm,
it.
hmm,
We find them. We find uh we uh we have team members who are focused on that. And kahit ako personally, like I make sure that that I reach out to
mm,
whoever we think we get uh we can help through what we have,
Mm.
through what our platform offers. And I think third would be you I think you need to give a good experience, so you become a kumaga pinakamagandang marketing is word of
Word of
mouth,
mouth.
like
Mm.
people. I think I would say 60% of our existing clients
Oh.
are because we were used like this a user who used us said,
Oh.
use this, go to
Oh.
Risha. And then the same goes dun sa B2B.
Mm.
B2C, I think um uh,
Sa B2C, I think parang important din talaga yung searchability lalo na online kayo, kasi parang
yes,
if I can just imagine lang may taong nasa couch pero gusto nilang tumakbo, parang ang unang isipin niya gusto niya mag-search sa Google, 'di ba, for example. So search siya sa Google maybe, "How do I run my first 5K?" Kung kayo unang lalabas dun, that's super amazing, 'di ba?
yeah.
So, especially that you're an online platform, I think very important nga ang searchability lalo na for the potential end users. For the businesses, I think yung yung parang word of mouth kasi parang ang important kasi dito yung sa ma-ensure as a business na yung magiging deal nila sa'yo or parang nila sa inyo is reliable So, kung may iba na nag-benefit, that's actually a good start na for the other business. Tama ba yun?
Yes, yes,
Hmm.
oo. And I think isa diyan, um since one of the things I think I was in a race actually. I joined a race. It's a client,
Hmm.
and then I was walking back to the car, and then I overheard a group, and they were like, "Oh, saan tayo sasali?" Something like that. And it's like, "Oh, tingnan mo lang sa race siya." So parang
Oh.
okay, parang flips here. Parang ayun, parang that's something that we're not yet there, but it's a validation that that's how
Super
it's
validation yun. Yes.
comforting to know.
Mm.
And hopefully we stay at it and keep true to
Mm.
what we want to be.
Although speaking of that pala customer feedback. So, how do you get yun nga, yung parang feedback ng mga users and how do you kumbaga apply them sa pag-develop ng inyong platform? Do you actually listen to them or parang do you intentionally listen to them? Ganun.
Um, yes. So we send out user surveys, and
Hmm.
of course especially pag may mga new release. But of course, we have a customer service platform where we're able to measure ano yung mga nagiging pain points
Hmm.
within the
For the
platform, and then
users or
we
for the businesses or for both?
for both.
Hmm.
So for both, meron kaming so we review it regularly. We review it weekly, and then and then from there we prioritize ano yung mga areas that
Hmm.
has to be addressed.
Hmm.
Like if for example, customer service, if a lot of people gets confused in this part of the platform, okay, prioritize this one
Hmm.
because uh it's probably something that we should
Mm.
listen to. So
Hmm.
importante yung pinapakinggan mo. Although hindi mo sila nakakausap, but just how they interact, how they ask questions, or
Mm.
how they raise questions,
Mm.
whether
Ah.
positively or negatively. So
Hmm. That's a good
you
one, yung
listen.
parang simple lang pag-ask lang ng questions. That's actually feedback you can already, improve upon on So parang ang nakikita ko kasi of all the keywords that we mentioned, so may feedback yung mga users, even businesses that are yung mga suppliers kumbaga. And then marami kang puwedeng gawin. So may prioritization and yung prioritization align din sa maraming bagay. I guess may tatlo ako naiisip. Correct me if I'm wrong, parang siyempre yung business side pa rin, yung revenues pa rin at the end of the day. And then yung parang vision niyo nga to make sports accessible to as much people as possible. And I guess yung branding din na parang you want to be the reliable platform or go-to shop or go-to one-stop shop for anyone in the ecosystem. Tama ba yung pagka-summarize ko
Yes,
dun?
yes. Oo.
Okay.
So, tama. Ite-take note ko yan.
So, yun yung gusto ko
Lalagay ko
laging
sa deck.
yun lang yung ginagawa na parang may at least this podcast so parang maganda rin na may imagery sa mga nakikinig. So,
Yeah, yeah.
parang loop din siya na parang feedback ng mga customers, ng users, prioritization, and meron kang tatlong parang kumbaga objectives, yung business side, yung vision ninyo, and even yung branding side or parang how you want to be paano nyo kayo gusto makita. Ayun.
Yes, yes.
Ayun. Last question na tayo. Grabe, ang ganda ng usapan na 'to actually na explore natin yung business side ni Racia because the first time ko that I talked to you, ang na-highlight natin is yung parang why you started Racia, tsaka yung parang advocacy or parang what you really aim to, what value do you want to give to the people, ano?
Introducing Aim High. Smarter construction management starts here. Monitor costs and progress with real-time insights. Plan ahead and adapt with streamlined scheduling tools. Make data-driven decisions to avoid costly delays. Increase efficiency and profit with Aim High.
So, last question natin is for startups kasi, medyo pinag-uusapan to. Especially, iba-iba naman talaga mga startups. So, I guess yung mga iba, mas gusto itong isang to, mas gusto isang to. So, ano nga ba to, ano? Ito ay bootstrapping versus, kumbaga fundraising to get investors, to get huge capital. So, for Racia, or maybe in general then, what do you think of these two ways to as a finance person then, you know this of course, ano, to finance the company, to finance the operations?
So I think the question is what I think about
Siguro,
bootstrapping and fundraising.
yeah, and parang ano yung mas applicable kay Racia?
So
Or both.
I think both are applicable, no? So we have our North Star. So right now I think we're at about almost 50,000 users.
Wow.
And
Oh, amazing.
but how many individuals need to be doing sports? How many people do we want to inspire? How many? And we're not just talking of the Philippines. So, so we're able to reach that through bootstrapping. Of course, we had angel investors who are in the sports also, and of course, um, kahit kaming founders, no. So, but I think at a certain point, you always you don't look like 1, 2, 3 years. You look at the you look 10 years ahead. You look at the possibility. Ano yung mga pwede mo pang up to what level can you scale down? But yun. So siguro we were able to reach and we were able to reach our kumaga our check yung mga kailangan naming i-check, gusto naming i-launch, gusto naming growth na ma-achieve for us to be sustainable, for us to continuously improve, for us to stay true to our mission. It's not like parang okay, wala tayong funds and then we stop muna. We stop evolving. We stop reaching out to the market. We stop helping people. But you scale down lang. But nandun pa din yung plan. Like eto pa din yung gusto namin, checklist namin na gustong ma-achieve. If we're able to raise funds for it, then go. So we should we reach for the stars. If not, we continuously go with the journey that where we are at. So, yun.
I like those answers actually. Tama naman, no? Tama naman both eh. Pwede naman both eh, no? Kasi parang, actually, this is what I hear din from other startups eh, na same yung parang interview ko, yung I interview about the business side naman. Most of them bootstrap. Why? because they really want to validate first kung yung ginagawa ba nila ay valuable dun sa mga users and babayaran ba sila. And I think for Racia to reach 50,000 users, that's actually already a huge milestone, ano? And parang somehow, ang goal nga is validation, as they say in startup terms nga, product market fit, to make sure that you have that product market fit. Ito yung mga customers or mga users, may demand sila. In this case, parang may demand sila for an online platform, digital platform for getting into sports, ano. And then this is your product. And kung naka-validate nyo na yung solution nyo that sustainable niyang na-fill in yung problem or yung gap na yun, that's validation and you have traction. Pero if you want to scale, like if you want to reach talaga, 50,000 is marami na, pero ilan nga ba ang populasyon ng Pilipinas? Marami pa yan, di ba? So, I mean, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, if you really want to scale there, that's opportunity to bring in more revenues. Although in order to scale there, you need to hire more people to run the operations. You need to do marketing. You need to do etc. etc. Ano. So you really need capital in order to scale. And yun nga mga narinig ko, if they really want to scale, that's where they get funds or parang investors to do that pa. Tama ba yun?
Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
And yun, of course, we don't want to be onboarding naman people without the full funding for a project
Mm-mm.
for the plans, because once you onboard them, once you get them to the company, you have a commitment to them
Yes,
to grow the company with them,
Mm.
diba?
Actually, yung mga iba kong narinig na they will only onboard or hire more employees or teammates kapag na-secure na yung isang client. Para meron na talagang source of funds. Ano? So, ensure mo naman na may source of funds na sustainable before you grow the team. And it really comes hand in hand. Ano? So, yung fundraising and then developing the business model or scaling the business model to bring in more revenues and then hiring more people, and then it's a loop then actually.
And fundraising is a job in itself also for a
Mhm.
startup. So
Yes. Mm.
it would really, you really need to devote time. You really need to have focus on it.
Mm.
So we'll see.
Mm. So, si Racia now, meron bang future plans or immediate plans to raise funds?
Yes,
Mm.
definitely. It's something that is in the pipeline,
Mhm.
kasi sayang yung nasa drawing board namin. And of course, no, I think we were just talking about it the other day, no, with the client. If you look at the platform, like if you look at what it's solving, it's even aligned to, like, we're solving 8 out of um all the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, diba?
Oh.
Sports is so I think that in itself parang is an um opener for us, that I think we should continue with this. We should evolve. Like, we should not limit ourselves with what we have, with our own reach. Kumbaga ngayon nandito pa lang tayo sa we're serving the community that where we are in. And along the way, it reaches people outside the community to get into sports, get to try it. But there are more people, di ba?
Yes.
Parang you reach that point of growing once you're reaching beyond those people within your reach, di ba? So how do you reach people outside your reach? You need to do something different than what you're doing. And right now, we don't have the funds for it. So we need to, if we want to have that reach.
Actually 'no, grabe ang laki ang grand actually nung vision din ni Racia. Ang nakita ko rin dito puwedeng ano, institutional investors. Puwede rin nga parang ma-align siya sa government ano, or mga parang sa mga NGO na projects ano na
Yeah.
related.
We're doing that.
Oh.
So we have I think hindi din natin na mention, like, we're able to help also in terms of sports tourism. Like we
Ah,
partnered with LGUs, not just to digitize their event, not just to put it out, but it's really to bring more people
oh,
to their town, to their provinces. Because
hmm,
usually kasi mga ano naman natin, mga local government units, madami na
yes,
silang event eh,
oo.
madami silang mga
Yung mga
projects,
palaro, mga
yeah,
ganyan,
mga
oo.
palaro.
Mm.
So, and surprisingly, like you'll be surprised, like from 100 participants, it grew to 600, and a big number of it coming from other provinces or flying to
Oh,
to
yes,
their
yes.
town.
Tsaka ano, actually nagkakaroon na nung mga actually ang dami na, yung mga lokal na mga barangay nga meron, eh. Yung mga lokal na simpleng 5K, meron, hindi nga sila makita digital, eh. Nagugulat na lang ako sa isang bayan, meron silang run pala na simple lang. I mean, kung around the ano lang, around the plaza, minsan may, 5K paikot-ikot sila gano'n, pero meron, eh. And we can still actually enable them. Raisya can still actually enable this further pa, ano.
Yeah. So sa mga barangay, reach out to us.
Tsa ano
We can help each other actually.
Tsaka alam mo ba't ako convinced, kasi nung nagsimula din ako mag-running, 'pag naghahanap ako ng race, gusto ko sa ibang lugar. Like para ma-explore din yung lugar. So kumbaga kung na-enable mas na-enable yung mga LGUs na sa lugar nila may regular na race, even 5K or 10K or 21K, parang may ka-erase na platform para makikita mo, let's say, Bacolod or Siquijor or kung anong lugar na may race dun, or even yung bayan na hindi gano'n kasikat pa, 'di ba? So na-enable yung LGU dun, meron silang regular na race, may small ecosystem dun. And then yung mga ibang tao from, let's say, Manila or kung anong lugar, Cebu, want to explore other areas. So makita nila dun meron, punta sila dun, 'di ba?
And actually, ano like if someone started with the sports, usually the way to make them stick to it is for
Mm,
them to be with a community. And
mm,
sometimes this community is not available in the place where they are at.
hmm,
Like for example, nag-5K ako ngayon dito sa subdivision namin. And then after that, I go home, I have my medal,
hmm,
have my trophy. Then that's it, di
yeah,
ba? So you need to be in a platform like us. So that's what we're doing. Like so kung
hmm,
nandun ka na, parang oh, anong next? 'Di ba? So
true.
it's easy for you to find common people, albeit digitally, albeit
Hmm,
not
yeah.
with you. They're not
Mm,
running with you, but
true.
they
Mm,
have the same goal
mm,
as you have.
hmm. Parang follow through din ano na once nasa ecosystem na, more ano pa, more engagement pa once nasa ecosystem
Yes,
na.
yes.
Oo, grabe ako, kung mayaman lang ako, this is actually, I mean, nage-gets ko, eh, I can, and maybe it's also kasi runner ako 'no, so baka kailangan din na runner yung investor ano. Pero really, that's super amazing, especially when you mentioned na yung align nga rin sa SDG and parang align talaga sa wellness ng buong bansa or ng buong so, grabe ang dami ko na-imagine now. But speaking of that ano, so ano lang pala, invite our listeners, baka may nakikinig, baka may investor na nakikinig na interested mag-invest kay Racia or even yung mga users. Ang reach kasi ng Startup Podcast din is all around the Philippines na rin. Actually ano kami, 50% Metro Manila, 50% outside.
Oo
So
nga.
marami rin outside ano. So
Congratulations. Grabe.
so ah,
From ano, the time you were starting, 'di ba?
so yeah, feel free to reach out to them and invite them to maybe contact you or know more about Racia or try out the platform.
So, yeah. So to everyone listening to this podcast, first of all, thank you for having us. So it's an honor, no? Yeah. And thanks for this opportunity. So so to everyone listening to this podcast, I invite you to help find the athlete in you. Go to Racia.fit and we'll be able to walk with you through your journey. And of course, to those who might need the platform for their business, for their brands, events, for their community, reach out to us. So just go to the platform and let's get you onboarded. And yeah, so to those who want to help us help others now, find the athlete in them. So you can contact us through hello@rachia.com or through the contact in our
Mm.
Facebook, in our website.
I-highlight na natin, sorry, no? So, sa Facebook, anong name sa Facebook?
Rachia.fit.
Racia.fit. Ay, yung tag sa Facebook.
/ Rachia.fit.
Ang
Facebook.com.
website is?
Ang website is Rachia.fit.
Okay. Ang website is Racia.fit.
Yes.
Okay, ayun. So, ayun, if you want to learn more about Racia and want to work with Racia, maybe even you're a supplier or a seller or a user na or an investor. So, I think ando naman lahat sa Racia.fit.
Yes.
Ayun, okay. Ayun, so, thank you so much for this conversation.
Yeah, thanks so
you.
much. I had ano ba, gano'ng katagal tayo
More than 1
nagkwentuhan.
hour na actually
Oo,
tayo.
parang feeling ko isang 1 week na tayo nagkukwentuhan. Sobrang insightful and I love these conversations
Same.
kasi kahit ako natututo din from your questions.
Ito ako din actually, ako din. Ang dami kong kumbaga parang yun nga, first of all, I like na mas na-explore natin pa yung idea. And ang dami mo rin shinare actually about the business side. Kumbaga, paano nyo dinevelop yung business ni Racia. So, salamat. And I think our listeners will like this episode. Thank you so much.
Hope everyone enjoyed and hope nakatulong din to the other startups like me. And do reach out to me also, yung mga kasama sa community who's helping others solve different problems. No.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much to our 53 patrons. This episode is super powered by AskLex PH Academy, our official e-learning partner. Get certifications on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and more. Hyperstocks, digital banking enabler for rural and thrift banks. One CFO, CFO services, bookkeeping and tax, and payroll processing for startups and small businesses. Unawa, driving digital transformation with secure, legally enforceable electronic signatures and robust AML compliance. SchoolTech, all-in-one AI-integrated school and learning management system. Better Support, a Manila-based BPO company. They are offering a referral program for anyone who can bring in new clients. Let us know if you know any Western-based business that might have a need. Britanna, cloud-based enterprise-grade ERP solution that fits the small and medium business budget. Wonder Brand, data science-driven brand strategy and design company for emerging markets. Fail Coach Miha Matlievsky, business training, coaching, and consulting for startups and SMEs who are scaling or finding product market fit. Drive Manila, Philippines' largest peer-to-peer car rental community. East Point Business Outsourcing Services, one-stop shop for streamlined business solutions for MSMEs such as business registration, bookkeeping, and more. Doon, Philippines' first fully insured peer-to-peer car sharing marketplace. Hire Business Solutions, provider of the most configurable cloud-based payroll system in the Philippines. Divicode Technologies Incorporated, ID solutions specializing in software development, blockchain smart contracts, digital wallets, and cybersecurity. Mata Technologies, Philippines' premier provider of virtual tours and maps for LGU's real estate, tourism, and private businesses. Smile, consent-driven digital employment verification service to make smarter decisions faster. Mamiki Super Pet App, Philippines' first ever one-stop mobile app for pet products and services. Ignite Careers, career matching platform for Filipino talents and hiring companies in the outsourcing industry. Looking for buy and sell online with Sigurado sellers. NutriCoach, personalized nutrition and weight loss programs for you. This episode is powered by Wasteless PH, Tech Tribe, Yay, Uplift Code Camp, Board Prep, Dohe Philippines, Edfolio, Hive Rooms, Kazam, Codesham, Jure.ph, Big Giant Games, Agile Data Solutions, Hustle PH, Pahatid PH, Founders Launchpad, Pareto Consulting, Contact RFID Business Cards, Sirius MD. Support the podcast through the links in the description.